And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Scioto, Illinois, as the West Prairie Cyclones are playing host to the North Fulton Wildcats here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. As you can see, the final score 45-21 for the JV contest. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Braden DeCounters alongside, and we're going to let Braden do some play-by-play. If you were privy to the other game, it wasn't. We'll talk about it. We're going to take a break, and since they play the national anthem here, it tends to kick us out. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH. They're all good. You will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back. Starting lineups coming your way. Caden Bowles, one of the starters for the Wildcats. Jace Weaver, number 11.
Number 13,
Striker Straight.
Number 23, Wyatt Howard.
Number 23, Wyatt Howard.
And number 24, Logan Rylpel.
Logan Ripel
Wildcats are coached by head coach Jay Brenner, assisted by Joey Barrett, Ian Miller.
is the other starter. And now the starting lineups for the West Prairie Cyclones.
Number 2, Ashton Barkley.
Ashton Barkley, he'll be celebrating his senior night before too long.
Cam
Kramer, sophomore.
Number 5, Denver Mitchell.
Denver Mitchell.
Number 12, Cole Cordell.
Cole Cordell.
And number 25, Andrew Hunt.
Andrew Hunt.
Cyclones are coached by head coach Greg Duncan, assisted by Ian Conway. Officials Orlando Welch, Perry Ellingbo, and Bruce Fisher. Good luck to both teams.
He marked the starters on my sheet, and I'm the one to put them in the book, but I don't think that's who he actually meant to mark, but he marked them right there on my sheet for me. So he changed this. I think he wanted to start something different, but it's what he marked on my sheet too. Those are the same 5 on my sheet that he marked. Hey, Coach Duncan. That's the same sheet, same you marked on mine, and he's the one that marked them on my sheet. So here we go. It is North Fulton getting the tip. 3 on the way is good for Caden Bowles. Just underway in the third quarter. Denver Mitchell tries to answer the 3 of his own, can't do it. Hunt tried to track it down, couldn't. Bowles comes down with it. Now it's going to go. The basket is good for Jace Weaver. He'll have an old-fashioned three-point play attempt. Fouls on Ashton Barkley, his first, team's first. Free throw's good as well. 6-0 to score here early in the first quarter. That's give and go. Barkley turn around, puts the shot up, off no good. Rebound to Weaver. Back the other way it goes for the Wildcats. Bulls gives it off to Howard. Now back up top Weaver. Right side to Bulls. Weaver up top now gives it off to Straight. And back to Bulls. Back up top Striker Straight. Bulls. Left side it goes to Howard. Back up to Straight. Straight drives. Might have gotten fouled a smidge by Mitchell. No foul call, though, and Hunt comes down with it. Back the other way it goes. Andrew Hunt. Oh, I was going to let you do the first possession for the Cyclones.
Oh, yeah, I kind of forgot about that.
Braden DeCounter's on here with me. And Denver Mitchell gets the bucket to fall. First two for the Cyclones. If you were watching the Fresh Soft game, they were hanging to some extent with the Wildcats. And then we said, Braden, you need to do some play-by-play. And like the first 5 times he talked about, they one pass turnover for the Cyclones. Bulls up to Straight, wraps it around Howard now, gives it to, no, that's not Howard. That was Reipel. And Barkley's going to pick up his second foul. Two fouls. Going to be checking in is Adam Vale. But they put the ball in bounds too quick. There's Rappel. Weaver's going to drive, puts a shot up, rattles around and falls through. He's got 5. First quarter, 5:35 remaining, so the offense has been much better here for the varsity teams than it was for the Fresh Soft. Here you go. Now's your chance. Let's go.
All right.
See what happens.
Cam Kramer taking it up top. Denver Mitchell popping out. Looks like there's some trying to make something happen right here for the Cyclones. For the 3, a long 3. It's going to be off. He's going to go in for his rebound, and he's going to make the basket. Denver Mitchell. The Bulls taking it up for the Wildcats.
Well, that was a much better first possession than the last time.
Maybe I have some luck now or something like that.
Could be. Weaver goes far side. Bulls going to drive. His shot's off, no good. Mitchell with the rebound.
All right, now Denver Mitchell's taking it up the court. Here comes Andrew Hunt popping out. He's going to give it to Cole Cordell, and there's going to be a foul.
Clothesline. Bulls, I think, is going to pick it up. It will be on Bulls. His first, team's first.
Looks like thumb for the Wildcats, and Adam Vale is checking in for West Prairie.
Vale replaces Barkley, who sits with 2 fouls.
It's like Denver Mitchell's going to take it out of bounds. Cam Kramer gets it. Now Cordell is going to go in. Denver.
That's a 2.
That's a 2. Bulls with the rebound, and Bulls is going to take it up for the Wildcats. Passes it to Weaver. Now down here to Straight for the 3. And it's good. Now for the Cyclones, Denver Mitchell is going to take it up. And that's going to be a travel called on Cam Kramer. Took a step to the right a little too soon.
Sometimes it's that drop. You have to drop the ball before you step the foot. Sometimes you get caught up not doing that.
Yes. Looks like Straight is going to take it up the court for the Wildcats. Going to pass it off to Weaver. Back to Straight, and he's going to shoot the 3. And it's going to be off the basket, and it's going to be called out of bounds. So it'll be a West Prairie's ball coming out.
I thought it was going to roll back in, though.
I thought it was, too.
Too bad it wouldn't have counted if it would have.
Yes.
Now, if you could do that in horse.
Oh, I would win easily.
Yeah, no kidding. Kramer drives, and they're going to call a block because Thumb, who's in the game, did not hold his position. He turned, and it's going to be a foul on Brody Thumb, his first, team's second.
Looks like Denver Mitchell's taken out of bounds for the Cyclones.
Did that hit the backboard?
I thought it did, but
the trajectory of it seemed to change.
Yes.
If it would have been out of bounds. But
we pass off to Hunt. Over to Cole Cordell. Cam Kramer's going to try to drive in, take it in. But it's a little too much heat on that for Cole Cordell to try to get it. So it's going to be turned over to Wildcats basketball. For the Wildcats, it's going to be Bulls taking it up.
Start the clock, please. There we go. Don't want that clock to run.
Oh, and there's going to be called a travel on Bulls. Stopped a little too soon.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you look like you're coming up to guard them. They pick up the ball to do something, and you drop off, and they're like, oh, crap, I can't do what I was going to do, right? That ever happened to you when you were playing?
Oh, all the time. But then also I was a post, and then, see, there's a thing called getting a little too short for me, and I was moved to a point guard, and I did a lot of those in my time.
Oh, blocked by Thumb.
Looks like Weaver's going to take it down. Oh, he did a little Euro, but he's going to miss it. Rebound by Bulls. Looks like him and Hunt had a little altercation down there.
Yeah, he ripped it right away from him.
Bulls is going to go in. And everyone is, for the Cyclones, is standing around. Now there's going to be called a foul, a push.
Well, if it's on Vale or Hunt, take your pick. Who's it going to be?
I think it's going to be on Hunt. And I was correct.
You were correct. Look at you go.
Andrew Hunt with his first foul, team's
third.
The Bulls taken out. And Weaver makes the basket.
Weaver has 7 in the quarter. 2:52 to go.
Denver Mitchell passing it off to Cam Kramer. And the rejection by Thumb.
Yeah, that's not a real good passing through a lot of people to try to make that pass.
Yes, there was a bunch of people standing there and trying to make it pass, and then now it's going to be Ripel taking it, and it's going to be called a travel. Ripel.
Now, if a Euro step is not a travel, that was not a travel.
Yes, correct.
It looked like a travel, but I don't think it was.
No.
If I was a North Fulton fan, I would be less than happy.
Yes. And checking into the game is number 30, Brody Cordell, and number 14, Clayton Hunt. And it's going to be Cyclones basketball with Denver Mitchell taking up, passing it to Adam Vale. He's going to pass it back to Denver Mitchell. Now it's going to go to Cole Cordell. Looks like the brother duo is also on the court, and Adam Vale. The screen by Adam Vale. Denver Mitchell's going to take it in, shoot it up. Just short. And it looks like Straight is going to take it up. And here comes Ryopel. And he's going to make the basket. And there is going to be a timeout called on the court by West Prairie. And it is going to be
a full timeout charged to West Prairie. We'll take a break as well. Actually, now we'll keep it here. We'll just keep it here. Tell you this game being brought to you by Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there's limitless potential for campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. Also, Wrighton Farm Supply, located in the heart of Walnut Grove and business since 1974. Wrighton Farm Supply can meet all your needs for LP, seed, fertilizer, and farm chemicals. Their LP service is unmatched in this area. Customer service is one of their specialties. Give them a call today at 309-772-3121. And Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar, is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124. All will enjoy your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. 2 minutes exactly on the clock, and it's a 11-point lead for the Wildcats here, 15-4.
The pass to Denver Mitchell. Going to go up for the three. Somebody off, and Clayton Hunt gets the rebound. He's going to try to pivot in. Oh, and it was close, but just hits the rim. It'll be Wildcats basketball. Pass to Caden Bulls. He's going to go for the three.
NBA three, and it was off by NBA range.
Yes. Now it'll be Cyclones basketball. Vale taking it out and is going to give it to Denver Mitchell. Denver Mitchell will be bringing it up the court.
Yeah, I think you could do this gig. I think you could do it. You pick it up pretty quick. You don't have quite the stats you had for the homecoming Powder Puff game, though.
Oh, no,
You had all kinds of stats and special interest information. It was crazy.
Yes, something like that.
Mitchell looking to Vale.
Oh, and there's going to be a push.
I think Thumb's going to come up with the foul.
Looks like Adam Vale might have got a little injured on that.
Some gets the call, and you might have heard I don't mean to laugh about Vale being, but it was the whole North Fulton section to our left one. Oh.
Yes.
In unison. It was fantastic.
And Clayton Hunt running after the ball. Going to give it off to Cole Cordell. Passes it to his brother, Brody Cordell, and he's going to shoot a 3. And it was almost in. Adam Vale back on the ground. Oh. Little shove there by North Fulton.
Bulls giving Vale a bit of a shove. They call a jump ball. And they're going to sub in for Caden Bulls right there. Caleb Hartstern's coming in. Also number 2, Ashton Warfield. Those are names you heard in the fresh soft game. What are they? What they got a sub. What are you not letting him in for? Bulls, he was the one that did the pushing when they stood up. Coach steps up. You got to give props to the North Fulton coaching staff, hopping in and knowing and seeing that right,
yes,
and getting the sub in. Foul's going to be on number 11, Jace Weaver, his first, team's 4th.
It looks like Clayton Hunt's going to be at the line, shooting 2 for the Cyclones.
First free throws of the game for the Cyclones. First one's off, no good.
Got one more shot. That's going to be good.
Makes the second.
Looks like Straight is going to be taking it up for the Wildcats.
35 seconds remaining.
And it's going to be a travel called on Hartstern.
Hartstern got to travel. I don't really know about that one either.
Looks like Cordell is going to be taking up for the Cyclones. Bill pops up, and he's going to dish it to Brody Cordell and just misses, and he's going to put it right back up. For a freshman, he is such a fighter for the Cyclones team. Looks like Weaver's going to take it up for Wildcats. And Straight with the 3, and it's good.
You might have heard Coach Duncan just say, he's shooting and he's not even looking at the basket.
Yeah.
Talking about Brody Cordell. Denver Mitchell for 3. It's off, no good. That's how the quarter's going to come to an end. We will take a break this time. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, live from Scioto, Illinois, in just 30 seconds or so.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to Scioto, Illinois. It's second quarter action coming your way. 18-5, the North Fulton Wildcats lead the West Prairie Cyclones. And Dwayne Hulett and Braden DeCounter. We haven't talked about FFA at all today.
I know, that's crazy. I was like preparing myself for those questions, and I haven't got one yet.
I know. Section 11 FFA president, Braden DeCounter.
Yes, yes.
Do you ever rub it into your dad that he wasn't the section president?
Oh, all the time, because
Okay.
that's the only thing I have against him right now. Oh, and record books. He's never done a record book interview when he was a student, so I can rub that in his face. That
He did book interviews.
He did, but he didn't make it out of section, so.
He never made it out of section in sheet production?
He never did.
Are you serious?
Yes, I know it's
Even
crazy.
I made it out of section in sheet production.
I know. He, I think, is the only one in our family so far that has interviewed in record book interviews and not made it out of section. So I kind of have to rub it in his face a little bit. So
I can't believe that.
I know.
Are you sure that's true?
I'm sure. I'm positive.
It's unbelievable. Well, he's done a pretty good job teaching kids. There's Vale, I think, is going to pick up the push. I think. We'll see.
Yep.
His first, team's 4th.
It's going to be Bulls throwing it into Straight.
Holy cannoli.
It's going to be called a push on number 5, Mitchell. His first team's.
Coach Duncan's like, are you kidding me right now?
This is crazy. And it's going to be a 3-pointer by Straight. And it's going to be rebound by number 14, Clayton Hunt. And it's going to be brought up by Denver Mitchell.
Cole Cordell, not Vale with it. No, that's not Vale. That's Brody Cordell. Saw the 0. That's a charge.
That's me a charge.
That's a good call.
Charge called on number 12, Cordell, for the Cyclones.
Foul number 6.
Weaver taking it up for the Wildcats.
7:18 remaining in the first half. Well, that looked like a shuffle of the feet there, actually.
Two shot by Ryapel, rebounded by Mitchell for the Cyclones. He's going to take it up the court for him.
7 minutes remaining, first half.
Denver's going to try to drive there. He's going to do a pullback. Do a 3, rebounded and taken by Caden Bowles up for the Wildcats.
Ashton Warfield had went up high for that rebound. Bowles back in the game after his little incident. Tries to get it to Weaver and throws it a little too far into the basket. But and now they're going to call. What are they going to call?
They're going to call a
Weaver
foul on Weaver.
That's his second. Team's 5th.
Subbing in for the Wildcats is number 25, Thumb, the freshman that you saw a lot of playing time in the JV game.
Yeah, Weaver was up there for an alley-oop, but it was a little too far behind him, and he was under the basket by the time it got to him.
Brody Cordell taking it for the Cyclones, the freshman.
That's a block. Yes, it is. Coach Duncan says that's a blocking foul. Yeah, Thumb tried to draw that one, and you can't draw it. You got to let it come to you. That's his 3rd foul, team 6th. Alex Adams going to check in for Thumb this time.
Oh, it's going to be a full timeout called on the Wildcats.
So both teams have taken one timeout now. This game being brought to you by Country Financial Agent Brett Powell. Your farm is your legacy. As a leading farm insurer, Country Financial is here to help protect it. Call Brett Powell, your local country rep, at 309-652-3889 for a free quote today. And Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School. Open April through October, so yes, they're closed right now, but they're getting ready, folks, for all the best fresh produce in West Central Illinois. Be sure to follow their Facebook page for updates to see when they're starting and what they'll have available. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. And Community News Brief for all your local news. Subscribe to the Community News Brief weekly edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. You can also receive Monday and Wednesday editions downloaded from their website as a subscriber. Copies can also be purchased at select locations of Bushnell, Colchester, Blandesville, and Macomb. So after the full timeouts, it is West Prairie basketball. Thumb picked up the foul that started all that dead ball process there. Nice look to Clayton Hunt. He can't finish.
Oh, he's going to
Gets
get
his
the
own rebound.
He's going to put it up, and it's in.
Couldn't finish, but did finish, didn't he?
Yes, yes.
That's the first points of the quarter for either team. We're at the 6-minute mark of quarter number 2.
Cam Kramer's going to foul on that play.
Ashton Warfield going to be shooting 2. Kramer picks up his first foul, team foul number 7. Those two battled it out throughout the JV contest as well, and Warfield misses the first one. This is just like an extension, right, of the previous game almost
Yes.
right now.
Yes, yes. It's going to be a miss again. There's going to be a lane violation called on Cole Cordell.
North Fulton probably would have rather had the rebound.
Yeah.
I mean, in all honesty. 5:51 to go. Lane violation gives Warfield, who missed them both, a chance to redo the second free throw attempt. And he missed that one as well.
No, looks like Rypel's going to rebound it for the Wildcats, excuse me.
Nice ball handling by Bulls.
Good defense by Cyclones there, trying to trap Bulls when he had the ball.
Straight getting a little too fancy with the dribble there, but Cole Cordell nearly got the steal, and then he's going to pick up the foul there. That'll be his second, team's 8th. One in bonus coming for Caden Bulls. He's got 3 points. He hit the first 3 of the game, and he hasn't scored since. One in bonus coming here.
Three off. Rebounded by Rypel. Striker going to shoot a 3. Off. Rebounded again by Rypel for the Wildcats. Going to try to set up something. Bulls is going to try to drive in. Bulls with the 3. Off the glass. Cam Kramer tried to rebound.
Adams is going to get the
Gonna be at
2
the
free throws. Who's getting the foul?
Be Denver Mitchell.
Denver Mitchell picks up his second, team's 9th.
And there's going to be a 30 timeout on the court.
It is a 30-second, you're right.
For Cyclones.
They'll have 3 timeouts remaining, 2 fulls and a 30. This game being brought to you today by MTC Communications. Having slow, unreliable internet just doesn't cut it in today's world. MTC Communications offers lightning-fast, reliable fiber internet, video, camera, and phone systems to the McDonough, Henderson, and Hancock County areas and is expanding quickly. Visit mtc.crowdfiber.com to check your availability. And McDonough District Hospital and the MDH Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb and in Monmouth now, provide athletic trainers who give expert help to area student athletes in the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. So Adams 2 free throws. First one's off, no good. I'm going to tell you what, this game could be a whole lot worse for the Cyclones if the Wildcats made some free throws here. They are 0 for 5 in the quarter.
Bulls for the 3. Goes off the rim.
And we're 3 minutes in, over 3 minutes in. Ryopel is going to pick up the technical for throwing the ball at one of the Cyclones. This one is getting rough.
It's getting a little ugly here.
Foul is going to be called on number 14, Clayton Hunt. That was the initial. And Logan Rypel is going to get the technical at the 4:56 mark. Ryopel got fouled. It's double bonus, actually.
What?
I think it should be. It's 10 fouls. Hey, that's 10 fouls. I don't know what they're going to do.
This is it's getting a little ugly.
He rattled it around and fell through. That free throw shooting's been about as ugly as the game has been. That one counted, though. Second one's good. He hit them both. And now Denver Mitchell's going to shoot 2 technical free throws. For the Cyclones, and then the Cyclones will get the ball back as the players walk up and down the floor. 4:56 remaining, 20-7 is the score. And he missed them both. Weaver checking back in. Also checking back in is Caleb Hartstern. Ryopel and coaching staff has a, what are you doing? You can't, no matter how upset you are, you can't do stuff like that. So it'll get you, when it's that obvious, it'll get you caught every time. I'm not saying you should do things that you don't get caught for. I would never say that, but at the same time, I might say that. I don't know. Mitchell drives.
It's going to be rejected by Hartstern, and it's going to be Weaver going down.
Clayton Hunt's going to beat him down and prevent the count it, and a foul. As Clayton Hunt grabbed the net. That should have been a technically. But
the foul on Clayton Hunt, his second.
Yep.
Team's 11th, I think that's what we're at.
Yeah, doesn't really matter at this point. The basket was good. First two for Weaver of the quarter, and an old-fashioned three-point play attempt makes the first.
Good.
Makes it.
Cam Kramer's going to take it up for the Cyclones.
And it's 23-7.
Pass over to Ryan Clark. He's going to try to drive.
Ryan Clark's in the game.
West Prairie just trying to find something that will work. But North Fulton's defense is on them right now. They're going to try something new running their plays.
Mitchell's lost the triple.
The Hartstern.
Kramer did a good job of just pressuring enough but laying off there to force a bad shot and not get the foul call.
He's going to take it in. Going to be shooting two.
Kramer gets bailed out right there because if the trailing player hadn't have fouled him, he'd have got a charge on the follow through. But
yes,
that's team foul number 7 unofficially.
It's going to be on Caden Bowles.
His second. Andrew Hunt
and Adam Vale.
Adam Vale getting ready to check in.
First one is good.
Cam Kramer hits the free throw.
Brings the score to West Prairie 8, Wildcats 23. With about 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go.
Cole Cordell. Clayton Hunt checking out.
The second one is good for Cam Kramer.
Double bonus. Fouls on Ryan Clark, his first.
Teams.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
3:22 to go in the first half. Brody Cordell is the only player that's played that hasn't fouled for the Cyclones.
Wow.
.322. Striker straight misses the first. They are 4 for 11. 4 for 10, excuse me. In the quarter are the Wildcats.
Ryan Clark getting this down for the Cyclones. Adam Vale getting triple teamed down there by the Wildcats in defense. Goes Weaver. Takes it, and there'll be points for them.
Nice little finger roll for Weaver.
Denver Mitchell bringing it up for the Cyclones.
He's got 12.
The screen by Cam Kramer. It's going to be foul, push, and be shooting two.
Jarrett Schmidt fouls on Caleb Hartstern, his first, team's 8th. 2 free throws coming for Denver Mitchell.
This is his first one. Looks like Jarrett Schmidt is going to check in for the Cyclones, and number 34 for the Wildcats is going to check in.
Peyton Frame.
He's going to make this one. Redemption from the 3 he missed the first time. Now Caden Bowles is going to take it up for the Wildcats. Going to pass off to Straight. Do a little fake there. Pass over to Hartstern. Give it to Frame.
Scoreboard has 11. I only have him for 10.
And Caleb Hartstern, the freshman, I believe.
It's the 2.
It's the 2. Denver with the up. Tries to get the rebound, but Caleb Hartstern gets the rebound. He's going to take it up for the Wildcats. Caden Bowles gets it.
Oh, it was a nice look for Warfield, but couldn't get it. A little too high. 1:55 remaining in the first half. Yeah, they took it back to 10. That's what I thought. I was adding them up. Couldn't keep track.
For the Cyclones, Denver Mitchell is going to take it up the court. Going to pass over to Cam Kramer. Try to screen there. Ryan Clark just grabbing it, holding on to the ball. Now Denver Mitchell trying to do something here.
Driving on Frame.
Oh, and Jarrett Schmidt tried to rebound. Cam Kramer grabs the ball that almost went out of bounds. Denver Mitchell saved. Now we're going to bring it up to the top of the key with Hunt. Denver is going to shoot the 3, long 3.
NBA 3, probably even longer than that.
Caden Bowles is going to take it up the court for the Wildcats. Caleb Hartstern. Ball skip over. Ring gets it. He's going to shoot the 3. Just hits the rim, barely goes in, or doesn't go in, almost goes. But now Denver Mitchell's going to take it up for the Cyclones. Passes it over to Andrew Hunt. Andrew tried to drive there. Good look by Cam Kramer. But then the foul.
Warfield's going to pick up his first.
The freshman Ryan Clark is going to be at the shooting line.
That was trailing the play a little too late is what happened to Warfield there. He came through and tried to get there and just got there a little late. Man, the free throw shooting has been atrocious for both teams here today.
And number 20, Adams, is going to check in for Caden Bowles.
36.8 seconds remaining in the first half. 18-point lead for the Wildcats. Both free throws off. It's going to go off Andrew Hunt out of bounds. Possession to the Wildcats. Sorry about that.
And it's going to be Straight taking it up for the Wildcats. Passed over to Adams. Passing it over to Hartstern. Move it back to
Warfield.
Warfield up top with the ball. Going to pass it off to Hartstern.
13 seconds.
Send it for the 3, and it's good.
Straight. He has 9.
Denver Mitchell with about 3 seconds remaining is going to try to shoot for the 3. And it counts.
I think it's a 2. I think it's going to be a 2. Hartstern's going to pick up the foul.
Count the basket. Number 30,
Hartstern.
The push.
It was a 2. Denver Mitchell's getting a 2 and a free throw here.
And he's going to miss it.
That's how the half will come to an end. The buzzer cleared, so it's 31-14. (31-12). Here at the half, we'll take a break And we'll come back and talk a little FFA in about 6 minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome back. We're here now with Wanda Foster, the Vice President of Nursing and Clinical Administration. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is some of the opportunities that are available at MDH for students, whether they be high school students, Spoon River College students, or Western students. MDH has a lot of opportunities to be involved and to learn, right?
We absolutely do. And we look so forward to having students here. We are a clinical site for Western Illinois University and their bachelor's program for nursing, as well as for Spoon River College nursing students and others that are doing some independent study. We welcome students, and we also encourage high school students. If you would like to learn more about nursing, we would love to meet with you. And there are opportunities at the hospital also where they can apply for jobs here, for positions. So we work closely with our nursing students, and we hope to recruit them and attract them and want to come back.
I know that publicly there's been a shortcoming or a shortage of nurses, right? And I know that every hospital and every nursing home and every clinical place period is searching for nurses. So how important is it for MDH to have these groups work with them, whether it be MDH or be Spoon River College or whatever the case may be? How important is it for MDH to then recruit those nurses to stay here and work as a profession?
It's very important. We want nursing students to feel very comfortable here, to enjoy their clinical experience and their opportunities here, and then we want them to feel very comfortable, to give them a good orientation. We hire new graduates, of course, into our acute care area as well as the intensive care unit. We hire new graduates in the emergency room, in home health and hospice, in our OB department, and our surgery department. These are all areas that new graduates can come into. We certainly give them a robust orientation. No one starts on their own until they feel completely ready. They have a mentor certainly with them, and we want to give them the best start for success that we can. And then there are many areas of specialty they can choose to go into. Nursing is a very unique field. You can work full-time, you can work part-time if you need to take time off for some reason. It's a field that you can kind of step into a little bit more than maybe some other fields in healthcare. We also have scholarships available through our auxiliary, through the hospital, and then once someone is an employee here, we do have some tuition reimbursement. So we will certainly help with that.
And going back to the scholarships and the shortages that are across the board, not necessarily at MDH, but
everywhere.
Right? So everywhere. This is a profession that you can make a good living at and be pretty sure to have a job, right? So
absolutely.
This is a profession that high schoolers that are playing these sporting events or high schoolers that are watching these sporting events should consider, I would imagine.
Yes, very much so. You will always be assured to have a job, a career in nursing. I hate to call it just a job because you really want someone on that career path who has that passion for caring for people, for providing nursing care. Through your education and through your orientation, we can teach you your skill set. But if you have that passion and the desire to be in the nursing profession, you will do fine.
Yeah, a career and a job, while they might be listed as the same thing, they're really not, correct? I mean, if your career is being a nurse, you're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than if it's a job, right?
That's right. And you don't go into it first and foremost for the money. You go into it because that's what you want to do with your life, and the money certainly will follow.
Yeah, and that goes for anything probably,
yes.
But the nice thing is right now, whether the money's good or bad, there's always going to be a job.
There will.
If you can get through the schooling and you can learn to love what you're doing, there's always going to be a job for you, right?
And it's not something for high school graduates exclusively. We have many people who have made changes midlife. We have people who have retired from their career in one thing and have chosen to go into nursing. So it's open for any age, and we certainly welcome that.
And you mentioned there's different areas of expertise for nurses. People think of that for doctors, but it's really that same way for nurses, right? I mean, you can be a surgical nurse and really become a great surgical nurse, or you can become a great ICU nurse, or you can do all those things.
Yes.
But if you really want to focus on something, or be at OB, which you guys have a great OB department here, if that's what you want your focus to be and you really love working with expected and new mothers and young babies, you can do that, right?
You can do that. We also have positions in our MDH physician clinic practices as well. And if you are in nursing and you can choose to specialize in a certain department, you can choose to go on and be a director or a clinical care coordinator. You can go back to school and become a nurse practitioner, become a certified registered nurse anesthetist. You can go many different directions and really as high as to whatever extent in your education you would like to pursue.
Well, Wanda, thanks for coming and talking to us. We greatly appreciate it. I know that there's probably places, specific places within MDH that they can reach out to, correct? Is there somewhere that they need to call if they're interested?
I would call our human resource department and start there, and then they can help direct and guide you. They can tell you about openings that we currently have. Everything, all of our current positions are listed on our MDH website, www.mdh.org. But certainly any positions for high school students, if they would like to start somewhere within the organization or volunteer experience, reach out to Human Resources and they can help direct you.
Well, again, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Billy Idol on the speakers in the gymnasium. Can't believe they're even playing this song here. Moni Moni. It's halftime at Westbury High School in Scioto, Illinois. The Cyclones and the Wildcats, and it is Wildcats 31, Cyclones 12. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Braden DeCounter, the Section 11 FFA president, doing some play-by-play and running the camera for me today. And we were joking there in the first half. Braden hadn't talked about FFA a lot. Obviously, I know your dad through FFA through years and years ago and showing some livestock and so on. And I know as a former section president, it's a busy year for you, isn't it?
Yes, it's very. Just from the start, you get elected that night, you're already planning out what your year is going to look like. You're traveling all across the state of Illinois just in the next 3 months, just getting to used to know everybody. But then on top of that, you also get to go on a trip to Washington, D.C. with the Illinois Corn Growers Congress.
Well, I went to section president. Where did I go? I went somewhere. I don't remember where I went. I did several trips through the years in FFA, though, through the co-op tour and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool things you get to do. But what's going on, I know that the next big thing, I think, would probably be National FFA Week.
Yes. So National FFA Week is February 23rd to the 24th this year. And I know for my chapter this year, we are going to be having a state officer come, and that is Miss Haley Bodie. She's our Illinois FFA State Secretary, and she's just going to come kind of tour West Prairie, give a little keynote speech about FFA and how she got involved. But then after, and for the section, we don't really have much coming up besides planning Bakeweight, which will be in May.
Is she the same, and this is going to sound horrible, but was she the same state officer that did the chapter visits with you?
No, so that was Kate Colgan.
Okay.
She's serving as the treasurer this year.
The treasurer.
Yes.
So the secretary's coming.
Yes.
And that she was the treasurer. Okay.
Yes.
I knew they weren't I knew she wasn't the president or vice president. But I couldn't remember which. It's just so much. There's so much. I'm old, Braden, and it's hard to keep track. But do you have aspirations of running for state office next year?
Right now,
have you decided yet? I'm
kind of just undecided. I'm just gonna play it by ear. If the time's right, I'll run, and then if I don't feel like the time's right, I'm going to go off to college. I accepted a 4-year scholarship to judge livestock at Lincoln Land Community College, and there I'm just going to be on the livestock judging team. But then I'm going to be getting my associates in animal science, and then after that I hope to transfer to a 4-year university to major in animal nutrition, and then hopefully get my doctorate in it, and then hopefully get a minor in international agriculture.
Well, look at you go.
Yeah.
Holy smokes. You must get your smarts from your mom.
Oh, for sure. I don't think there was a lot in my dad, so.
Yeah. He's got a heck of a work ethic, though.
Yes, he does.
So when are proficiency award interviews?
They are February 18th. So that's when we have all the record books from Food Service, Star Farmer, just every record book you can think of that you can interview in. It's that day. And then we also have all our LDEs from Creed Speaking, Extemporaneous, and Prepared Public Speaking.
Yeah, so you've got some stuff coming up. Not a whole lot of stuff that you as a section president has to deal with, but you as a student have to deal with, right?
Yes.
So we were talking about before we came back, extemporaneous public speaking. You get, is it 20 minutes to write a 3-minute speech?
They actually upped it to 30 minutes. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you guys are that's not a minute for every 10 minutes. That's easy.
Yeah.
I did that back in the day. That was the only kind of speaking I was any good at. That's probably the only kind of speaking I'm any good at now, to be honest with you. But just extemporaneous, or for the folks at home, you get 30 minutes to write a 3-minute speech, and then you have to answer questions about a topic you draw out of a hat. So you're going to do that this year, right?
Yes, I was kind of forced to by my dad. I'm going to a contest that's held in VIT, I believe, next Friday, and I'm going to get my foot in the door for extemporaneous, and then kind of get me prepared to be at the contest on February 18th, our section contest.
Well, good luck. We'll have to talk more about FFA stuff. We've done the FFA. We did the FFA banquet a couple times for you guys.
Yes.
That was fun, and it's been this COVID thing. If there was anything good come out of it, was seeing that kind of stuff and getting to watch it online. So, well, it's time for basketball here as Denver Mitchell and the Cyclones trail by 19, 31-12, starting the third quarter. Ooh.
That was
a little bit of a carry and then a travel, which was probably forced, in some extent at least, by Wyatt Howard, who was leaning on Cordell a little bit there, but Cordell got away with a travel to start with, or a carry, I should say. 7:40 remaining third quarter. Street down to Weaver. Barkley didn't play after getting 2 fouls early. He didn't play the rest of the first half for the Cyclones. Bulls out to Weaver for 3. Good. He's got 15.
wow.
Kramer's jumper's good. He's got 4 for anybody keeping score. Free throw shooting was not a bonus for these teams in the first half. We'll see if that changes at all. Bulls with it. Gives it to Weaver. Weaver's like, I'll take another 3, and I'll miss it this time, though. Out Street. He's going to drive. Dumps it out. Howard. Now up top, Bulls. He looked left to Street. Striker Street's going to set a pick now away from the basketball. Weaver with it now, right side. Out near the Cyclones logo. Oh, nice look down and he traveled with it. He did travel. Striker Street came down with it. Straight, excuse me, not Street. Striker Straight. Came down with it and then lost it a little bit and shuffled his feet. 34-14, 6:24 remaining. Third quarter. Barkley comes down with an errant pass. Hunt gives it to Kramer. Kramer's going to drive. Well, a hand in the back there for Bulls. No foul call, and Kramer missed it. Weaver. Howard. Gives it back to Weaver. Left side this time on the wing. Up top. Ryopel. Denver Mitchell coming down as Howard was looking for Ryopel, and it knocked it out of bounds. 5:57 remaining in the third quarter. Up top, Weaver, 3, right wing, good. He's got 18. Timeout on the floor for the Cyclones. Charged a 30-second timeout. This game being brought to you by Barkley Bills Company, a hat brand built on 2 staples, comfort and style. Specializing in snapback trucker-style caps. Check out the selection or consider customs to build your business at barkleybillsco.com. Don't let the hat rack fool you. There's always room for one more Barkley Bills Company hat. Wishing good luck to all athletes this season. You got any Barkley Bills hats?
Yes, I do. I don't wear it, but my dad does. He has the chaos coordinator one. Because, being an ag advisor, he has to be a chaos coordinator.
Yeah, it fits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's coordinating chaos on a regular basis as the ball's going to come in on the left end of the floor here as Barkley inbounded it to Cole Cordell. Denver Mitchell with it. 5:40 remaining. And Ryopel is going to pick up his second foul. Team's first. Make that team's second, excuse me. No, it was the team's first. I knew what I was talking about. Looked at the wrong thing. The first 4 people yelling it wasn't loud enough, so the 5th one had to yell too.
Yeah.
I think that your oxygen is wasted today on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Mitchell with it. Fade away. Off, no good. Kramer goes high for the rebound. Gives to Clayton baseline. Shot's good. Andrew Hunt, excuse me. Not Clayton. Andrew gets the bucket. Know what I mean, not what I say. Weaver with it. Howard to Weaver. Barkley swipes it away and swipes it away again. Weaver goes down after it. And then timeout's going to be called by the Wildcats. They'll have 3 timeouts remaining. Cyclones have 2. Game also being brought to you by JoJo's Gaming Parlor. They offer the best gaming experience in the McDonough County area. Stop in for a cold drink and a chance to take home a nice wad of cash while you're at it. Also on game nights, check out TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH Events, live on the big screens. Come join your friends at JoJo's, located at 776 North Cole Street in Bushnell. Cheer the Spartans, Cyclones, Bombers, Fighting Illini. Probably the Chiefs today if you're a Chiefs fan, or Jaguars. On to victory. Sure they'll have that going. I would imagine every sports bar-ish type place has the NFL playoffs on today. Straight. You know, you don't get very many strikes by throwing it straight. Did you know that? You got to have that loop on the curve on bowling. I don't know why that popped in my head right there. But. Down in the corner, Clayton doing a good job on striker straight. Barkley gets in the pass lane, takes it away. Now he's going to lose the basketball. And I think it's going to go off of Weaver out of bounds. Weaver probably been better served, Braden, just to kind of stay out of Barkley's way once he lost it. But he went down there trying to fight him for it and ended up going off of him out of bounds. Mitchell inbounded. Gets it to Kramer. Mitchell for 3. Off, no good. Striker straight with the rebound. Wanted to throw it up the court. Didn't think Ryopel was open. Weaver's going to put the 3 up. That's off right. Boy, he's been dead on or way off. There's not been any in between for him, has there? I mean,
no, there has not.
It's been a swish or not hitting the rim kind of day for Weaver. But, I mean, he's got 18 points, so I guess he's doing something right. 3:55 to go here in the third quarter. Cole Cordell for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound. Thumb is in the game. Straight down to Bowles to Weaver. Weaver's going to drive and
foul called on Ashton Barkley. I
think it's going to be Barkley. It could be underneath on Mitchell too, though. It is on 5.
So that's Denver Mitchell.
It's his 3rd. Team's first of the second half. One of the fans beside us just said they gave it to 5.
Yeah.
Weaver misses the first.
It looks like Clayton Hunt's going to be checking in for the Cyclones. Going to go in for Andrew Hunt.
Again, free throw shooting just has not been a strong suit for these two teams. Although before this, Weaver was 2 for 2 on 2 old-fashioned three-point plays, and he's missed that one.
Well, everyone's going to
jump ball, possession of North Fulton.
It's be a North Fulton basketball.
You gotta love.
Oh.
You gotta love. Gotta love it.
Weaver gonna drive in.
Bulls has not shot much lately. He's got hammered right there. Absolutely freaking hammered. No call. Holy cannoli. See, that's the problem, really. Mitchell for three. It's off.
A little too far. Weaver with the rebound, and Straight is going to bring it up for the Wildcats.
It's one of the problems as a team. If you call tic-tac stuff one time and then don't call a hack the next time, it's really hard to decide how you're going to play, right?
Yes, correct.
Under 3 minutes to go now. Coach Duncan says, we're losing. You can't let them dribble the clock out. 3 on the way by Straight is off, no good. Weaver with the rebound. He puts the shot up. He got hammered again, and another old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming for Weaver.
Ashton Barkley, his third, I believe.
Yep, team second. And another old-fashioned. He's made 2 of these old-fashioned three-point plays so far today. Got 20 points. And he makes that one.
The Cole Cordell taken up for the Cyclones.
Cole Cordell nearly lost it. Bad pass. Ryopel. Bulls. Count the basket. Could have been a foul there, I think, too.
Yes.
42-16.
Weaver
another steal. And we're flirting with the 30-point lead again here. And this one, Ryopel goes to the rack. His shot's blocked. Thumb had it momentarily, lost it. Barkley comes up with it. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Barkley, 3 left corner. Off, no good.
Oh. On the floor.
Well, there's people flopping around everywhere, and they weren't even near the ball.
No.
Yeah, that's a block. That's a good call.
Yep, and that will be Barkley's 4th, team's 3rd. Looks like Ryan Clark, number 10, and Adam Vale, number 20, are going to check in for the Cyclones. Ashton Barkley is going to come out, and Cole Cordell is also going to be coming out of the game. About 1:42 left in the third quarter. Weaver.
Clayton Hunt says, what do you want me to do? He picks up his 3rd. Team's 4th.
The Weaver at the line, shooting 2.
You want to let him, don't let him make it. If he makes the shot, then he makes the free throw.
Yes.
If he misses the shot, then he misses the free throws up until this point. We'll see if that trend continues. Nope.
Well, that one went in.
I gave him the announcer's unjinx that time. 43-16. Approaching that 30-point mark.
Second one
that one's off.
Is off. Clayton Hunt with the rebound.
Holy smokes. Thumb picks up his 4th. I mean, that I don't think that's a bad call necessarily. I don't. I understand they're not happy, but I don't. I think there should have been a North Fulton foul there. I just don't know that it should have been on Thumb.
Yeah.
And now the 1-2-2 zone. We saw this a little bit in the JV contest, and they really blew the game open when they went to this.
Denver with the NBA 3, and it's good. That
was a long triple for Denver Mitchell.
That's going to bring the score 19-43, and there's about 1:15 left on the clock here in the third quarter. Straight makes the basket. The drive in.
He's got 11.
Denver Mitchell try and go for 3 again. Off the basket. Adam Vale going to put it up.
Thumb's going to get his 4th, or his 5th, I think.
And that will be his 5th.
You can't shoot free throws. He can't shoot free throws until the player's out of the game. He's got 5 fouls.
be Adam Vale at the shooting line.
And technically, it should have only been the player coming in for the 5 foul person that came in, but they let them both come in. 52.7 seconds left. Vale's going to get 2 free throws here.
Miss it. Oh, Clayton. Clayton Hunt with the rebound, and he gets the basket. Looks like there was a miscommunications.
Yeah, he's shooting 2 free throws. This what.
Adam Vale makes the basket.
Makes the second one. Oh, my goodness.
This is
40 seconds remaining. This needs to be a running clock, even if it isn't a running clock in the fourth quarter.
Adams has the ball.
Holy cannoli.
Oh, and went by 2 West Prairie players. Be a jump ball. And it will be West Prairie's ball.
Oh, my goodness.
Cam Kramer bringing it up for the Cyclones.
I got way too big of a headache to deal with this game today.
Adams with
These
the
kids,
rebound.
I don't know how you expect kids to play basketball like this. I really don't. Bowles for 3, and he hits it. Ooh, that was close. The end of 4 quarters of play. It's 48-20. The Wildcats with the lead. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a few seconds.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back here to West Prairie High School in Scioto, Illinois. North Fulton Wildcats 48, West Prairie Cyclones 20. If you're just tuning in, it's been rather exciting. I would not say overly entertaining, but rather exciting. And we're about ready to go here with the final quarter. And mercifully, this will come to an end shortly. If the Wildcats score 2 points before the Cyclones do, it'll be a running clock. Weaver, Adams, Warfield, Bowles, and Straight on the floor for the Wildcats. It's Ryan Clark, Cam Kramer, Clayton Hunt, Adam Vale, and Denver Mitchell on the floor for the Cyclones as we start the fourth quarter. Straight's 3 off, no good. Clark with the rebound.
Denver Mitchell bringing it up for the Cyclones. He's going to throw it away. Looks like Brody Cordell, number 30, checking in for the Cyclones.
Cam Kramer takes a seat.
While Caden Bowles will take it up for the Wildcats. Adams has the ball right now. Hand off to Weaver. Ooh, rejection by
Good defense by Clayton Hunt. He was 3-quartering Weaver and got around and knocked the ball away.
Denver Mitchell with the ball right now. Ryan Clark giving it back to Denver Mitchell. Going to give it to Adam. Tipped. He called 20 black. That'd be Adams.
Alex
Third.
Adams with foul. His first, team's third, excuse me.
Adam at the free throw line. Makes his first basket.
He was 1 of 2 the last time.
Let's see if he can make this next one. And it's good. Brings the score 22-48. Wildcats up with about 6:56 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Warfield with it. Over to Weaver.
Giving it back to
Out of
Bowles.
Bowles. Brody Cordell is all over him. Weaver. Warfield. Weaver. Has a little push, a little foul.
There's going to be a foul called on Brody Cordell.
I'll tell you what. Hey, Brody Cordell's now got a foul, by the way.
Yeah.
He was the only one that had played for the Cyclones in the first half that hadn't had a foul yet, but he's got one.
That'll be his first, team's 5th.
Ben Wren hasn't played. Austin Nelson hasn't played. Weaver hits the first.
Weaver shooting his second free throw. And it's in.
He's got 24 on the night.
Denver Mitchell bringing it up for the Cyclones.
That went off a veil. Yep, that's a good call. That is a good call.
Caden Bowles bringing it up for the Wildcats. Straight with the basketball.
Warfield. Sorry, you go ahead. I'll shut up now.
The Adams, and there's going to be called a pushing foul on number 5, Denver Mitchell. That will be his 4th, I believe.
Yep, team 6 unofficially.
The Wildcats basketball. Caden Bowles taking it out of bounds. The score right now is some confusion on the clock.
Getting the scoreboard. It's a new scoreboard, so we're relatively new still.
Weaver with the basketball. And he's going to get his own shot. And now they're going to shoot 2.
I don't know that he really got fouled there, to be blatantly honest with you.
I think they all were just there. That will be
Denver Mitchell's going to foul out.
his that would be his 5th. That will be his 5th.
Team 7th. It wasn't, but okay. Oh, my goodness.
So it
Cole
looks
Cordell's
like
going to come in
yep,
for him.
Cole Cordell will be checking in. So Cole Cordell checks into the game.
5:56 remaining. Weaver shooting 2 free throws here. He's just hit 2 a second ago.
And he's going to make it. Now he'll be shooting one more. Going to miss it.
Holy cannoli. We needed that free throw. 5:56 remain, 29-point lead.
And it looks like Cole Cordell will take it up for the Cyclones. Wildcats in a 1-2-2 defense, passing it over to Ryan Clark. Giving it for Brody Cordell, and it's going to be a travel. Took a step way too soon instead of putting the ball on the floor. Now it looks like Bulls is going to let it roll. And Cole Cordell taking it up the court.
Have you checked your phone in a minute?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Ryan Clark with the ball. Giving it back to Brody Cordell.
Hey, Sam, I'm just going to say there's Cordell driving and throwing it away. Sam, I said that I couldn't believe that you hadn't won some things in FFA more than your son was saying you had. I defended you, Sam. I'm just saying that. And I didn't say that he got all his brains from his mom. I just asked if he got his brains from his mom. So I'm just saying that I'm really innocent in this whole deal, Sam. Just saying. Bulls.
That's Adams for the 3. That'll be Brody Cordell taking it up the court. And it's going to be thrown out of bounds by Brody Cordell.
We need a basket here.
Yes. Now, number 23, I believe that's Howard is going to check into the lineup. Gets straight out of the lineup.
Striker straight takes a seat. He's got 11 points.
Now Warfield taking it up now. Caden Bowles has it. Howard brings it up. Warfield back with it. Frame to Bowles, and Bowles is going to try to drive on here. Does a Euro step, and it's in.
That was nice.
That was pretty clean. It was pretty cool. Now Cole Cordell taking it up to the Wildcats. It looks like Ben Wren's getting ready to check in for the Cyclones. Cole Cordell with the 3. It's going to be out.
Clock keeps running. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Ben Wren checks in. Mason Pirtle checking in. Warfield's going to take a seat.
There's going to be a timeout on the floor by the Wildcats. Going to be a 30-second timeout.
This game being brought to you today by M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store, is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles. For everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one, stop and see the fine folks at M&B Furniture at 41 West Main Street in Bushnell, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mnbfurnitureinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. And Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Caden Bowles taking it in for the Wildcats. Ben Wren's going to take it up for the Cyclones. There's about 3 minutes and 40 seconds left.
Ben Wren off no good. Jarrett Schmidt's in the game also.
It's going to be white ball. Oh, there's going to be a sub. Number 5 checking in for the Wildcats.
That is Brylan Adams, number 5.
Ben Wren with the 3, and it's good.
Frame.
Ben Wren almost gets a rebound, and there goes Jarrett Schmidt. He's going to go in. Going to give it off to Ben Wren. He's going to shoot another 3. Oh, and it was almost good. And the Cyclones get the rebound. Going to give it, Brody Cordell going to give it off to his brother Cole. Cole's going to give it 3. Off the rim. And it'll be at Wildcats basketball. Checking into the lineup is number 34, Austin Nelson. You saw a lot of him playing in the JV game. They had to exit early because of a bloody nose.
Hartston checks in. Caden Bowles checks out.
Now
he's got 10 points.
Now Howard's bringing it up for the Wildcats. Going to get off to Frame. Giving it to Hartston. Hartston's going to drive, and he's going to take it up, and there's going to be a foul. push on number, let's see.
She don't know. Hey, Nelson got himself in a
34.
got himself in a book anyway.
Hartstern misses his first. He's going to shoot his second one. And it is good. Score is 25-54. Wildcats take the lead, or are in the lead, with about a minute 30 left on the clock.
Frame got the rebound.
Hartstern's going to take it up for the Wildcats. With a rejection by Ben Wren. Going to give it into Hartstern. Austin Nelson guarding him on that. Brody Cordell guarding Howard. Giving it back to Howard. Giving it off to Frame. Giving it off to number 35. And Austin Nelson with the steal.
That's Pirtle, number
Pirtle.
35.
Giving it to Brody Cordell, and Brody Cordell makes the basket. Hartstern's going to take it up for the Cyclones. The screen by Howard. Pirtle's going to shoot it. Off the hoop, and it's going to be fighting between the Wildcat players.
Pirtle, no.
Just long.
They were trying to get him one.
And Ryan Clark hangs on to the ball, and the Wildcats will take the victory, 54-27.
Doubled them up. That's the final. We'll take a couple-minute break. I'll add up some stats, and we'll be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
After my appointment that day, I just made up my mind that I'm going to have my baby here in Macomb and this hospital, because irrespective of where you're from, who you are, it's just their line of duty to make sure they give care, make you comfortable.
I told about the staff of MDH, they're all good. And you will get all the support you need. This is just the best place for you and your family.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I see acute injuries on the field. I see ankle sprains. I see ACL knee injuries, as well as in the clinic. It's very rewarding to see them from on-the-field injury to rehab to transition back to their event.
And welcome back to West Prairie High School in Scioto, Illinois. It's a 54-27 final for the Cyclones, losing to the Wildcats. Leading scorer, game-high 25 points for Jace Weaver. He was 7 of 11 from the free throw line and finished with 25 points. He had 2 triples as well. Also with 11 points was Striker Straight. He was 0 of 2 from the free throw line, though. And 10 points was Caden Bowles, who was 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Oddly enough, we'll talk about that in a second, I'll tell you. Also, 4 points for Logan Royopel, 3 points for Caleb Hartstern, 1 point for Alex Adams, and no points but 0 of 2 from the free throw line for Ashton Warfield. They were 11 of 22 unofficially from the charity stripe. For the Cyclones, team high 10 points for Denver Mitchell. He had a 3 and 3 twos and was 1 of actually 5 from the free throw line. Also with 4 points was Cam Kramer. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 3 points on 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Clayton Hunt. 3 points for Ben Wren. 3 points on 3 of 4 from the free throw line for Adam Vale. 2 points for Andrew Hunt. 2 points for Brody Cordell. And no points but 0 of 2 from the free throw line for Ryan Clark. The Cyclones finished 7 of 15 from the charity stripe. And the North Fulton Wildcats were 11 of 22 from the free throw line. So we talked on several occasions that Braden, that the free throw shooting was far from good today, and it really wasn't that great in the fresh soft game, but it was even worse here in the varsity match.
Yes, and I think what these teams need to focus on when they go back to their practices coming back Monday is let's work on free throws, because I've always learned when I was playing basketball that free throws win you games. And if West Prairie was shooting their free throws, making them, it'd be a totally different ball game. So I think that's what the team needs to do when they go back, and then it would be a different ball game for both teams.
Yeah, you shooting 7 of 15, you're missing more than you make from the free throw lines. And granted, 8 points doesn't make a huge difference in a 27-point game, but depending on when those 8 points were, there was a lot of free throws. The Cyclones were 3 of 9 in the second quarter when the game kind of started to get blown open, right? If you make those free throws, of course, I say that, and then you look at the second quarter for the Wildcats, same could be said for them. They blew it open anyway, and they shot 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and only made 4. So Coach Duncan going to come on up here and talk to us. I gave him the thumbs up, thumbs down sign, and he went ahead and thought he'd come up and talk to us for a second here. Well, Coach, I had you guys 7 of 15 from the free throw line, which you're probably never going to be happy with, but I had them for 11 for 22, so it wasn't a very good shooting day for anybody today.
No. We had some tired legs it looked like tonight, playing the second day of a back-to-back, and shooting wasn't good, and the offense wasn't good, and it was just kind of an all-around ugly game.
Yeah, sometimes as an announcer or a broadcaster, no matter if it's a team you really kind of root for or not, you kind of want that one basket to get the running clock going, and this was one of those games today. And I kind of felt like both teams at that point were ready for this thing to be over, because it just wasn't real pretty at all.
No, it was ugly, ugly, ugly basketball, and we kept it around there for a while, and it wasn't what we came out flat. You come out flat, and we don't get off to a very good start and struggle offensively. Denver wasn't shooting the ball as well tonight as he has been the past 4 or 5 nights, and if he doesn't score, we struggle to score, and it's kind of where it started out that way, and then kind of turned into a little football scrum there for a little while.
Games like this probably hurt to some extent because you guys had been playing better basketball recently. You got a win last night, I think, at Peoria Heights, right?
No, they didn't. They beat us pretty good.
Did they?
JV won.
JV, that's what we were talking about. Yeah. JV won last night.
The varsity kind of took it on the chin again last night too.
But you've been playing better, and JV had been playing better until today too. I mean, the program had been playing better, and then you have a day like today. Does it set you back, or is it just just forget about today and move on to the next?
Well, as a coach, you care how your program performs and how your kids react under pressure, and we always want to keep taking steps forward, not steps backwards. And it almost feels like we talked a little bit at the locker room that we took a couple steps backwards. We didn't cut as hard when we started playing well against Bushnell and played better against Macomb. Even though those teams are really good, we moved better without the basketball. We executed a lot better. And it seems like the last 2 or 3 days we've gotten back to standing around watching people. And when all 5 people aren't playing hard and cutting hard, then you put up 25 points in a game.
Yeah, and sometimes when it seems like, things kind of just come together in a bad way. There's perfect storms, good and bad, and it seemed like today just was one of those days where you struggled in numerous areas rather than just one, too.
Yeah, no, it was a total just all around not a very good performance offensively, defensively. When we started playing better, we rebounded better. We didn't rebound with a darn tonight, and when we don't rebound with a darn, I think one possession the first half down there, they had five offensive rebounds. 2 of them were off free throws that they missed the free throw, got the rebound, shot, missed it, got the rebound, shot again, we fouled them, and then they shot another free throw, and they missed that. And, you can't do that. When you struggle to put lots of points on the board, you can't give teams 4, 5, even 2 and 3 opportunities to score.
Well, they have a couple of decent players. The Weaver kid and the Bulls kid are pretty good ball players. Weaver had 25 tonight. Yeah,
he's a horse in there. I mean, he's just a big, strong, athletic kid. And
he can shoot the 3, too, which makes it even more difficult, right?
Yeah, and they shot us out of our zone right away. Our zone was slow rotating in the first quarter, and I thought, well, we got to do something different. And, we tried to go man, and we didn't guard him very well, and he got loose. Had a bunch in the second half, obviously. And
I think Weaver's the kind of kid that is problems for you because you don't have that kind of inside-outside player. It doesn't seem like you got kids that could guard him on the post or on the outs in the perimeter, but if he went to the post, they couldn't guard him. You got kids that could guard him in the post, but if when he went to the perimeter, they couldn't guard him.
Right. We don't have very long guards. Our guards are small, and so I can't really put a guard on him because they can't defend him in the post. They can defend him on low. He comes out the top, and our post players are slow, and he dribbles right around and gets right down the middle lane and easy little 5-foot jump shots. And it's a tough kid to guard, and he's going to be a heck of a player. I mean, he is a heck of a player.
You still had some bright spots. I mean, some kids play hard. You got kids that play hard. You're just struggling to, put everything together, it seems like. Like Kramer, you've talked about him a little bit. He played hard in both games today. I mean, he didn't do things right necessarily all the time, but if a kid's playing hard and making mistakes, it's one thing, right? If he's being lackadaisical or whatever and making mistakes, it's a little harder to accept.
Right. If it's an effort and we make mistakes, we can learn from that. It's the mistakes you learn that you make from not putting forth very good effort.
Right.
Those are the frustrating ones. And for example, just basketball, time in possession. We talk about that a lot. I've been on Adam Vale all year to shoot the basketball, and there at the end of the third quarter, he shoots it with 10. Because I've been telling him to shoot, and bless his heart, he shoots. But then they leak out and knock down a 3, and then it goes, that's not the end of the game. It's just the time and possession and knowing what we need at the time, and we just have to get better at that.
Kids today are Braden, don't take this offensive. Kids today are very much exactly what you tell them people, right? So if I'm telling you to shoot, when I remember, hey, coach told me to shoot, I don't take anything else into consideration. It's kind of like when you have kids doing something for you, like my kids, when I say go do this, it's that one thing. They can't look forward or past or pay attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you see that from coaching too?
I do. And, I think the game hurts a little bit because I don't think kids watch basketball like they did 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago. They don't sit down and watch a college basketball game very often. And so if you don't specifically teach time and possession all the time, he may not know.
Right.
And so we have to spend time on that, and that becomes an issue, and we need to spend time on that. But at the same time, I think watching basketball means a little bit more, and it's not just kids today watch NBA.
Right. And that's
I
not
get
the
it.
same
it's
thing.
entertainment. NBA's entertainment.
It's not good basketball, but it's entertainment.
No, it's entertainment. It is the most premier athletes in the world that are excel at their sport, and in college it's more of a step-by-step, series-by-series, possession-by-possession type of basketball game.
So you guys are closing in on the last portion of the season here. So what are you looking for out of your team the rest of the way?
We just have to get out and compete. We all know who we are and what we do, and we just have to get out and compete and not quit, not give up, and not get frustrated. And, I preach that every day, and it's hard for us because those kids come out here every day and they put forth great effort, and sometimes we struggle. And then the frustration comes out. And we just have to try to keep a positive attitude and keep preaching that, hey, we are who we are. Let's just go out, have some fun, work hard, and, maybe we sneak one out. But if we go in there with that defeatist attitude and heads down and woe is me, that's never a good combination for anything. And I hope we, just continue to battle. We got like 3 weeks left, I think, or so. And our schedule doesn't get easy. I think we go to Farmington and we go to Brimfield. I think we have Havana left. West
Havana's
Central.
Tuesday night.
Yeah, Havana's Tuesday. We got West Central, which is our only win. So hopefully we can get up for that and maybe get another one there.
Yeah, well, Coach, I appreciate you coming up and talking to us greatly and being cordial when we're around. And
I love what you guys do for basketball and over here in West Central Illinois. It's awesome that you guys do what you do. And I remember when this first started, I thought, that's really cool, and I loved what he did. And then to see it blow up, and now you go to Southeastern, and you include Macomb and A-Town and Bushnell and all sports. It's not just – it's not just basketball. I think you tried wrestling and tennis, man, and that's awesome. And
wrestling's is easy. Tennis is not as easy.
Tennis. I
understand tennis. I probably understand tennis better than wrestling, but the problem is you just can't see it through the fence, and you can't. There's no good way to do it. And
right, you don't have those multi-million-dollar monitors up on top.
And they're playing at 8 places at the same time, and I mean, it's tennis is hard.
So I bet on that tennis deal now. I would think that you have to watch a tennis match or two on USA at the Australian Open or the U.S. Open just to kind of get the lingo down and the proper wording.
I used to watch a little tennis. I hated tennis. This is a true story. I hated tennis until I tried to play tennis. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to play tennis.
I played a little tennis in high school with some friends.
It's a lot harder than it looks. I tell you what, I tried to swing it. If I swung as hard as I could swing, the ball went over the backstop.
You'd hit a home run.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, I don't know how they can swing so hard and have the racket turned the right way when they hit the ball and the ball stays down and I'm like,
it's kind of like volleyball too.
Yeah, I love volleyball.
I mean, volleyball hitting it over the net when you're short a little bit and can't quite get over the net. That ball's still got that top spin on there, and
that's stand behind the ball though, and I grasp that a little bit. I just can't. The tennis thing, it's kind of like golf and watching guys spin shots in golf and stuff. I mean, you're a golf coach, and I used to hate watching golf until I started trying to play it a little bit, and I'm like, holy crap! The things that they're like, okay, I'm gonna slice this. Was that a hook?
Slice around the tree, hook
it around the tree, and then I'm going to stop it on the green. Or I'm going to do a 3-wood 140 feet, 140 yards, and it's going to backspin and drop. And I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. And they're just drop. I'm like, how on earth do you do that?
Yeah, it's tough. They're masters of their trade for sure, just like any other good athlete.
Obviously, they play a lot more than me, but I don't
think
I don't have the patience. That's why I don't work on cars. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't have the patience for it. So,
well, I do thank you guys for all you do, and I appreciate it, and it's fun. And I can't tell you how many times we watch games on the way home on the bus ride if we played a different time, or we'll go back and look and listen. And you guys do a wonderful job.
I do want to tell you, Brayton was not as bad of luck for your varsity game.
I'm glad, Braden. I was a little worried there.
Braden was he struggled in the first game. He kind of brought you guys a real bad announcer's
jinx. And I tried talking Braden into playing basketball this year. He's one of my favorites, and I just couldn't get him to do it. But I get it. He's an FFA star, and he does a wonderful job in that program, and that brings lots of notoriety to West Prairie. So, he does a great job there. But I'm glad to see him out here helping out.
We already got in trouble by his dad.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, threw him under the bus, he said.
Yeah.
I don't think we did myself, but
no,
maybe.
I know I did. Oh. I threw him under the bus a little bit too much.
Yeah, he did throw him under the bus. I tried to defend him, but, yeah, it is what it is. Sam, we love you. You're one of the best ag teachers in the state of Illinois. There's no doubt about it.
Yep, he does a wonderful job with that program and does a wonderful job. Him and Jeff do a wonderful job with our junior high program, too.
Yes, they do.
They help us out a ton, and we appreciate that as well.
Yep, Jeff and Sam are used to winning of late. That's for darn sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
All right. Well, we're going to get out of here, Coach. Thank you very much for coming and talking to us.
Thank you.
We'll see you down the road. That'll do it from West Prairie High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Braden DeCounter on the camera and doing a lot of play-by-play and throwing his dad under the bus while he's at it. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back Monday night with some more basketball, and I think we're going to do the junior high semifinals for regionals as well. We'll talk to you again very soon.